Yo, yo, what's good with y'all? I know it's late, I know, but I was doing shenanigans. What can I say? You guys don't know my life, I'm out here probably protecting the world for all you know, fighting monsters and demons all day, every day. It's hard out here for a pimp. It really is. But regardless of my shenanigans, me probably being Batman again, you don't know this. I'm out here on the grind for you guys. You feel me? So never forget that. Never think I'm not gonna come up and show up for you guys, especially this month too. I always show up for y'all, always. But yeah, my tardiness is. Oh god damn it! I just fixed the share too. Now I gotta. I know this looks weird, but I gotta freaking. I messed up the lean back. God damn it! It was doing so good too. It's whatever. It's whatever. What will we do today? I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna probably be a quickie because I got shit to do in the morning, but I still came because I like you guys. So how y'all been? How y'all been? I've been doing decent. Can't even hold you. It was a fun night. I went out with my brother. Went to the movie. Saw Fantastic Four. Bruh, that movie right there, fantastic. I know people are gonna get tired of people saying that, or everyone saying that, but that movie was actually pretty darn good, bro. I liked it thoroughly, efficiently. Um, I can't think of any other words. Thoroughly, efficiently. It was just a good movie, yo. That thumbnail, bro. Y'all can't tell me I'm not good at this. Um, Make sure y'all like the stream. By the way, whoever's up right now, whoever's with your boy in these twilight hours. I know it's not gonna be many because like, who's up here at 1 a.m. Like that's a crazy thing to do, crazy thing to be. To be honest, be up like this late streaming or starting stream. Like people stay up late stream, but like saying like starting stream at 1 a.m. is insane work. Well, granted, probably in a different part of the world because I'm in the United States. So probably in a different part of the world. It's probably like daytime or early morning or the afternoon. So for those people out there, they might come to me. So this could be a win-win. You feel me? Whoever's out there. So if you're on Twitch right now, please drop a follow. If you're one of those late night viewers, I can't speak. But yeah, what to do? We finished downloading. What's her name? Master Duel today. So while I was watching Love Island, which by the way is that's my guilty pleasure for the next week or so. Was downloading that. It's fully downloaded now. We can start gaming and whatnot, grind that up. That'll be like a cool low key game we just play when we're just bored and whatnot. You don't have to think too much. You just hop in and play the game, which I like. I didn't check sound. I probably should. Let me do that right now, actually. Was downloading that. It's fully downloaded now. We can start gaming and whatnot. Okay, so YouTube is sounding fantastic. Let's check out Twitch, see if that sounds any good. And Twitch sounds good also. So yeah, we're just good right now, bro. Perfect. There's really nothing. I have no complaints right now. My only complaint is there's more money in life. That's what I want. Okay, I think everything is good. Everything is stellar. Let me make sure people aren't texting me. No, they are not. So I could just look at you guys. I'm gonna have the chat open on my phone. Probably Twitch chat open on my phone, then YouTube chat open for my PC. But yeah, what to do? What to do? I don't know. I really don't know what to do. Like I want to yap, but what's there to yap about? To be honest, I mean I could talk about the movie. The movie was very good. Like I think they did everyone really well. Like the Fantastic Four felt great. They felt like their characters. It was really good. Then when it came to like the action itself, it was smart and calculated. If that makes sense. Like they have plans to beat the enemy, which I appreciate. Like they with the Fantastic Four, is them really thinking about a good plan and then like punching hard later. You know what I mean? So like Galactus is going to try to eat the Earth. So Reed's like, okay, let me come up with a plan to like prevent this from happening. So his first plan is, hey, I'm just going to teleport the Earth. I like that as an idea. I like the idea of like, okay, I'm going to use this teleportation technology, which he's showing in the beginning of the movie, just testing out whatnot. The beta testing. There's a word for it. The prototype. There we go. The prototype for teleporting stuff from one place to another in the beginning of the movie. So they already established that. They hinted at that. Then later's like, okay, let's just teleport the entire Earth to someplace far away. That way, it will take millions of years before Galactus get to us. You know what I mean? I like that. Plan fell through because Silver Surfer tried to stop it. Then he was like, okay, that plan didn't work. Instead, let's just teleport Galactus somewhere else. Since we only have like one more working teleporter left. And we can use my son as bait. Because Galactus wanted his son, Franklin, to take his position because Galactus was just tired of being a devourer. He was like, I'm over and done with it. Let me give it to your son instead because he has like the cosmic power to do so, you know? So, I liked how there was always plans, and like the plans didn't always work out at first, so he had to come up with like another plan. You know, it was just a fun movie, man. That was pretty solid. Like Marvel was in their bag. I think this month for sure was just a win for superhero movies. We had freaking Fantastic Four, great movie. Then 2 weeks ago we had Superman, which is also just a fantastic movie. It was just they really know how to embody the characters. They know how to make them work, make them feel good, make them feel like who they are. Like it didn't feel like I wasn't watching Ben Grimm, Susan, Johnny, Reed. It felt like they really made the characters who they actually are. They didn't try subvert expectations, make them like darker than they actually were. A completely different character, like, oh, this is my spin on the character. It was just like, this is the character from the comic books, from TV shows, Here they are in live action. Here you go. And that was just a breath of fresh air. Superman did it well. Now they did it well too. It's just nice. It's just nice, man. But any whoosies, any woos. Let's transition over here. And let's see what's on YouTube. Hopefully there's something decent we could watch. Because I would like something just fun to watch. We've been watching live. We'll take a break. I know you guys might be sick of me react to her and whatnot, but she makes some good content, bro. Come on now. We can't hate. A reaction? Me react to a reaction, bro? No. We're not going to get that meta. We have some class here. Celebrating Boondocks 25th anniversary. Bro, when are they going to drop the next Boondocks? I think that's the next one. A docu on EDP 445? I feel like we know his story. He tried to get a cupcake, failed, got canceled, got kicked off of YouTube. Was making like a slight comeback. And then, got found out again by Gideon, which was embarrassing. And then at that point, he just, fell off again, I'm pretty sure that's just the story. There's nothing more to it. Nothing more to it at all. But. Bruh. I mean, we could watch it, but like, do we want to? Why I hate Margaret. I feel like this would be a good video if it was like 15 minutes, bro. Like 35 minutes of hate? Come on now. Condense. Unless you have like really good points. He might though. He might. We'll give him a chance. That's what the point of YouTube is. You gotta give people chances. He could cook. Ooh, child. Things are gonna get easier.
We work hard to.
Mordecai.
Oh, let's go to YouTube real quick. Open up this chat over here. Your channel, bro. Come on. You can't tell me this pick doesn't go hard. Late night stream because I was out doing shenanigans like this. Like, man. You can't tell me my picture game ain't on point. Like it's actually gas. Actually, why are they texting right now? What's going on with y'all? Come on. You can't tell me this pic doesn't go hard. Late night stream because I was out doing shenanigans like this. Like, man, you can't tell me my picture game ain't on point. Like it's actually gas. Actually, why are they texting right now? What's going on with y'all? Yeah, he gone. Oh shoot, Echo, my bad. When people were texting me, I had to respond. I get distracted pretty easily. Alright, back to stream. But just saying, bro, like, where was it? This picture's just so tough. Like, it's so cool. I be finding, like, the best pictures in my opinion, bro. I don't know how I do it. Like, each one is unique. Each one is cool. And every time I get the chance to glaze myself for this, I will glaze myself. Because you can't tell me, like, these aren't just fun videos. You're like, oh, I'm curious. Well, what is this guy about? Why is Jake here? Why is Shorty from SpongeBob? I don't know her name. I never watched SpongeBob. My parents banned that when I was a kid. Crayfish in an orange jacket? Goofy looking sad? Lux look like, bruh. I'm too good at this. I really am just too good at this. Simple.
Where are we?
Right where I want to be.
And then it didn't even get up. They didn't even end up together.
This one moment in regular show is where I truly thought Margaret was going to develop as a character. For all of the seasons of build-up that we got for Margaret in the series, up to this ultimate kiss, Mordecai and Margaret getting together, I thought this was the turning point, because before...
That's a nice microphone. I like that. But I kind of like mine, though. Can I show my microphone off? Can I show y'all this? I think I can. See this bad boy right here? Wait a second. You see her? Like, should I start holding my microphone like this? I think that might be too loud, but like, maybe, look, hear me out here for like reaction videos or like me doing like my usual reviews. I talk to the microphone like this and look at the camera. I'll try that out, see how I feel about that. But like, you know, just for like my reviews and whatnot, I hold the microphone like this. It's nice and brightly colored. Or wait, I make it change color so that it keeps people engaged. Y'all ain't like me, bro. Y'all ain't like me. Y'all ain't thinking outside the box like me. I really do this. I'm out here doing this for realsies. What y'all doing? Watching me. Thank you for that, though. All right, let's lock in.
This, Margaret really wasn't anything. She was just a prize for Mordecai to go after. So I thought this one moment was going to, you know, start changing my opinions on Margaret. They were going to start using her a lot more, but that's not what happened at all. Right after this, she leaves, and she doesn't come back for a long time, and when she does come back, she just makes the entire series worse and leads to Mordecai's downfall as a character, which is why today I'm going to be taking a look at every single aspect of Margaret.
That is true, bro. It's like he finally gets the girl, then she leaves for college, then like he gets CJ, he gets CJ again, I believe. There we go. Everything's good. It's just like, yeah, Margaret's messy, bro. Margaret is a messy woman. I guess maybe that's just supposed to show what's it like to be in your 20s. Your 20s, you know. Your 20s is supposed to be about you going through things, not winning in life, going through relationships that you think is perfect, but actually isn't perfect, and like you find a girl that's actually perfect for you, but then you fumble it being a fool. Like, yeah, regular shit really is. If you like, take a step back and look at it, like that actually is how relationships go in the modern day age. Like that's how it goes sometimes. Like, yeah, they're on point.
Throughout the entire series and discuss with you why I hate Margaret.
This man is actually gone. Can y'all hear this? Can y'all hear this actually? Let's see if you can hear this. Replay. I'll turn it up too. Let me close that. Let's see if I can hear this. Oh, this man is gone. I'm not gonna expose my man, but like he is drunk on not online but on Snap. Da 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 da. All right, all right. Oh, he took Shorty's phone too. This is immaculate defense. Actually hilarious. Yeah. React to that. I think I'm good right now. Can't even hate. Can't even hate. Alright. Oh, shoot. I have Match Duel up. I'm doing just chatting. God damn it. I know I forgot something. Let me adjust that on Twitch. Edit. I knew there was something wrong. Just chatting. There we go. There we go. All fixed, all fixed. I'm a genius. Don't worry, guys.
Beginning of regular show, there wasn't really a need for a well-developed romantic female character for Mordecai to go after. There wasn't a need for that because season 1 was just complete and utter chaos.
That is
They
true.
were all fighting the Destroyer of Worlds. Mordecai was drinking unicorn semen. They were doing all of these things that...
I forgot about that, bro. Oh my god. This show was so out of pocket. What the? No. No. Oh my god, I closed the... Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. History. And here we go. We should be on the right part we were at.
And I have been arguing because
Of course
he
I get an
won't
ad. Of course. Of course. It
really
is what it
require
is.
a girl to be the main forefront of any story because there was no character that was developed for that. I mean, it was season 1. There wasn't a whole lot going on. So when, you progress the story a little bit, you start learning a little bit about Margaret, and her first appearance was in the episode Caffeinated Concert Tickets, where she is just clearly a prize for Mordecai.
Yeah, cool.
Wait, you're going?
Yeah, I am. I know they're kind of old, but I remember them from when I was a kid. Besides, everyone is going to be there. It's going to be fun. You guys going to go?
I'm totally gonna go.
Mordecai, is starting it off being a simp really strong, where he hates Fist Pump, he doesn't want to go to Fist Pump, until eventually he learns that Margaret also wants to go. He switches up right away and wants to do anything he possibly can to go.
That is true, bro. Mans was whipped for Shorty, bro. Wasn't even giving her the time of day. Like every other episode, she was with a different dude. It was just like, bro. That's what you're going after? Like, yeah, she's allowed to date and whatnot, but like every other time you saw her, she was with someone else, probably getting her back blown out. And you were simping hard for her and weren't even making like real moves. If he was like making actual moves, and he was a part of a roster, then sure, whatever. But you weren't even on the roster, bro. You weren't even a real option.
Go to that concert just to potentially hang out with Margaret. And we get the entire coffee episode, which is phenomenal and spawns because of Margaret, which is great, she's just a trophy that leads to a really great episode. But, towards the end of the episode, we get to our first, reoccurrence of Margaret in the very early seasons, which is just her, her catchphrase. Mordecai, Mordecai, you want to meet my boyfriend Slasher ass face?
Hey, Mordecai!
Hey, Margaret! Fist pump!
Mordecai! You have to meet my boyfriend, Slasher! Hey, Slasher, that's my friend Mordecai!
Yeah, that's pretty much all she does and towards the beginning of the show. She doesn't really have any goals, she doesn't really show any character traits, she doesn't really show anything interesting even remotely about her. So, what am I supposed to enjoy about this character in the beginning?
I mean, again, this is just like one of those side characters, It's like Muscle Man 2. Muscle Man wasn't really a character until they started giving him layers later on, you know what I mean? So that's kind of what the same thing happened to Margaret, just, happened at a slower pace because I think they just didn't want, the main focus be, romantic. It's just more like fun adventures and like we'll use this girl to like, be a springboard for the fun adventures, if that makes sense.
Beginning. I completely understand Mordecai's desire to want to be with a girl, but that's pretty much it. There's no trait that makes me feel like Margaret is cool or interesting, or help me to understand why Mordecai actually wants to be with Margaret. There's nothing there that makes Margaret interesting at all. She is genuinely just a prize in the first season. And she only appears 4 times in the season anyway, and I get it's a short season, so she's there for a third of the time, but again, she just really...
Pause. Let me just put Twitch chat up there too. Make my life easier. 3 viewers. Y'all are doing numbers. That's what I like to see. Oh my god, I'm popular. Popular.
isn't doing a whole lot. She appears in caffeinated concert tickets. She appears in a dream memory in Meet Your Maker, which is just Buff Mordecai dancing with, Bikini Margaret, and then we get Boner Rigby popping up and just ruining the entire dream.
Oh, Mordecai.
Oh, Margaret.
Mordecai, I'm gonna fix it.
But again, you don't learn anything about Margaret from here. It's just a little dream, a little illusion, and Mordecai's hopes of being with her. Again, that is still all she is. And then she's in The Unicorns Have Got to Go, where Mordecai is just there to lay it down, and Margaret just walks away. Again, nothing very interesting about her character. And then you go all the way to the season finale, Mordecai and the Rigbys, and Mordecai is jamming, rocking out, just trying to look really cool for Margaret, and eventually he learns that he's not even actually remotely playing the song, so he destroys his guitar pick, and Margaret does, her favorite thing. Mordecai! Mordecai! Have you met my boyfriend, Honeydew? Or whatever that guy's name was.
Mordecai! Mordecai!
Margaret! Margaret!
Mordecai!
Margaret!
That was pretty cool what you set up there.
Thanks, Margaret.
Oh, hey, have you met my new boyfriend, Angel?
Yeah, there's just nothing about Margaret.
Oh yeah, the end is like, what man say? We're gonna be late for our dinner reservations. Oh my goodness, bro. Margaret had like a whole roster for real, looking back at
in
it.
the first season that would make you gravitate towards her, like her as a character. She doesn't have a single interesting trait that makes her a good character. And so yeah, in the beginning, Margaret really was just nothing. There was nothing to enjoy, nothing going on, and that's why towards the beginning she was genuinely just a prize, and I just can't enjoy her.
Is your bag, sir?
Walk out that way.
Oh, you the guy go get.
Pause. This video is alright. It's alright so far. Let me
That didn't
go back
really
to
require a girl to be the main forefront.
YouTube home screen to see if there's something else, because right now this video is kind of meh. That movie came out a year. I was like, I didn't even watch the movie because he was ugly. See, now this is an interesting question. This seems like a video I should watch. Did he lose everything because he was ugly? What the?
You're a dreamer, and your biggest dream is to become a content creator.
Ah, that's why. I was like, what's the office? We'll hear her for a second, but I don't think I'm gonna do this whole thing.
You even quit a job you had secured at one of the biggest tech companies in the world. Yes, the one with the little apple, to pursue your dream of being a successful YouTuber.
Yeah, no, this isn't it. I'm sorry, Queen. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Papa is sleepy. Can't tell you a lie about that. Oh yeah, y'all heard about that? How Shannon Sharp had paid that? I think it was $55 million for this case. Then the shorty posted on her Instagram that she's retired from OnlyFans. That she got that check. Insane, bro. And like Shannon Sharp is like, how old is Shannon Sharp? "57 years old, messing with like a 20-year-old, bro. A 21-year-old. She was like very young, and he was like, "Oh yeah." Then there's like this one interview. Because people kept warning this man to stop messing with younger girls. But he didn't take that. There was like little Yachty, Shannon, Sharp. Where is this clip? Lil Yachty, Shannon, Sharp, dating. If I could find the clip, bro, because maybe it's on shorts. I think it might be this.
Like you, man, y'all get to a certain age and you still like them young. You like
Yeah.
You like the same age girls I like. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
right.
when you get to a certain age,
I'm getting old, but my eyesight's still young.
right? Okay, and with that, you got to uphold a certain way because you
Yeah.
can't be old and sloppy.
You get one or the other.
Right.
Young and sloppy or old and in shape.
Exactly. Or you're gonna get old and in shape. Women.
No. Guess you got
Exactly. So like you, man, y'all get to a certain
Like, this man was totally misinterpreting what he was trying to say. Like, dude was saying you like him young, and like that's gonna be bad for you, bro. But like he was like, yeah, it was just so embarrassing. Like, look how good this man
like
sounds.
you, man, y'all get to a certain age and you still like them young. You like
Yeah.
You like the same age girls I like. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
right.
when you get to a certain age,
I'm getting old, but my eyesight's still young.
Oh my god, he's such a fool. That's you can't feel bad for him, bro. Like, you got God. Okay, actually, let's watch the album preview. That's 8 minutes long. That could be entertaining. Abba and Preach. Shannon Sharp. Let's see this quick summary. They summarize this.
My girl Gabrielle's been good. She retired from.
She is bad though. Like, again, this is someone I could hook up with, but Shannon Sharp, I don't know why you mess around with these younger girls, bro. You should be trying to get a wifey at least, or at least if you are going to hook up with these girls, don't make it so public, or make sure that she sounds like an NDA or something, bro. Like, come on, you got money, a fool.
Only.
But now, low key, this would be my time to like try to slide in, you know, be a house husband. I could cook, I could clean, you know, I could do a lot for you, a whole lot actually. I was gonna make another joke, but you know what? Not yet. I'm very much not yet, but most definitely.
Shannon Sharp's accuser got that settlement money, and the next day, she said, "I don't need to do this shit no more." All them feet pics I was sending.
It really was the next day. I low-key should have made a video about that, to be honest. I be tweaking sometimes because like I be seeing these things like, oh, that's crazy. Then I move on, like, wait a second, that could have been a video idea. I just be tweaking. Don't worry though, because like, yeah, that happened like 6 different times, like in the past 2 weeks. Like there was like that one CEO caught at the Coldplay concert with his work wife, and he got in trouble and fired and whatnot. I could talk about that, the Shannon Sharp thing. Low key. I'll make a video about that T app. I think that would be a pretty fun thing to do for sure. Talk about the T app, and then like how somebody leaked the location of all the girls on the T app. It was just insane work, bro. Like, because the app itself is kind of messy, but at the same time, just like girlies talking about like, oh yeah, this you shouldn't date this guy because did X, Y, and Z. It was an app made for girls. And the guy's like, oh no, it's not fair because, you know, I can't defend myself. I don't know what they're saying, and I gotta be a girl. I'm like, bro. It ain't that deep. If they're talking about you, they're talking about you. You can't really do much about it. You know, it's like kind of like the internet, but it's just like a gated community on the internet that you just can't get to unless you're a woman. You know, and then like doxing all the girls there is insane work. Because I didn't see any news articles of like guys getting doxed or whatnot. They were just saying, hey, this guy right here, don't date him. You know, because he did X, Y, and Z. And the guys, you know, tripping out about that, saying it's not fair, is insane work. They're like, well, they'll be so upset if guys, guys made the app about that for girls. I'm like, bro, then why didn't y'all make it? The girls made the app because they needed a safe place to be. Because talking on the internet, everyone will, you know, text them like, oh, yo, yada, yada, yada. I'm not trying to white now. I'm just trying to say, like, let them have it. It is not that deep. You know what I mean? It's not that deep. Yeah, it's sucky that you're getting talked about and you can't really, you know, see if they're talking about you or not. It's unfortunate not to be able to see the girls. It's just like a girls group chat. You know what I mean? You're not be able to see unless you're in the end. It is what it is, though. You know, you gotta just ball forward or move forward.
All them audio tapes, all them
The
big
minute-
burly black men in their mid-50s that I was allowing inside of me for a quick little check. I don't even.
It was not even the day after. It was the same day. She said, "You know what? I'm tired. I'll announce it tomorrow."
Today, I've decided to retire from OnlyFans. Thank you for the incredible support you've shown me over the past few years. This community has given me a life I could never have imagined.
Just
like
like
thanking Shannon.
No, because that community gave her access to Shannon. So let me thank the community first.
I don't know about that.
Hey,
You know how Shannon found her?
how?
At the gym.
Oh, never mind.
Yes. I don't know what community you're saying got her access to
I'm
gym
just
membership.
trying to, you know.
She said, I'll still be active on social media. I have several new projects in the works, and I can't wait to share. I'm truly excited for this next chapter. I love you all forever and ever, especially you, Shannon Sharp. So,
Don't just take classes, take charge.
Nah,
Start your
bro, but
comeback
like a
today
whole-
at PurdueGlobal.edu.
Red Bull Zero.
What's his name? Like, bro, where's my 55 million? I'm sorry, but do I have to freaking seduce an older woman, claim that, you know, she you know, tickled me in a place I don't want to be tickled, and then like get a free check? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Because it just ain't fair. It ain't fair at all. Like, bro, 55 million? Like, that's you could flip 55 into 100 easily. You could flip then at that point you could flip 100 into like 500 million. Like, where's my bread? I need more bread. I hate being broke. Because, you know, poor is a mindset. Broke is just you're broke. You know, poor means, you know, you're without and whatnot. It's a mentality, being poor. You know, I may be broke, but I'm still rich in other things. You know, with friends, life, fertility. I don't know. I am rich in other things, but I am broke. Poor is just it's really just a mindset. You know, you don't want to be poor, but we're always broke. There we go. Why are they? That middle finger. Rated R. Chat reply. But anyway, like, I need $55 million. Because if you give me $1 million, I'm flipping that with ease. Give me 55 million, bro. That's generational wealth, bro. Like, I am getting like at least 500 million by like the end of next year. If you give me $55 million. Like, bro, that's just so much money. Because I think the first week with the 55 million, the first week, what would I do? Fix my AC. I gotta fix my AC, bro. I literally took my both my friends to Wisconsin, 3-hour drive, no AC. They hated me. They had to drive my homegirl back, no AC. Hated me, bro. I need to fix AC is the first thing getting fixed, bro, immediately. Then after I fix the AC, pay off my student debt. And then at that point, what will I do? I'm going to still have, like, you know, a lot of money left after I fix the AC and the student debt. I might look for a place, play rent for a little bit. No. I should probably invest in land and stocks. You know, I might have to, like, find a good lawyer. Someone who's good with taxes. Low key. my friend's ex, she's an accountant. So I'll probably talk to her, make sure my numbers are right in order. Then start looking into land. Land and stocks. Have my money out a little bit, so, so I can make more money passively. That's the next step, most definitely. Then after that, what should I do? I want to buy a place yet. I'll probably rent out a place, Probably in the city, just something nice and calm. I can play monthly. But I need to figure out a way to have my money, make me money passively. That's the thing right there. And I'll use like $1 million to play with that. Oh yeah. Bro, that's the point is, give me 55 million. I will be good. And I could literally flip 55 million into 500 million. Then at that point, the 500 million is going to most definitely get to $1 billion, bro. Like, I could flip money. I just need the foundation. You know what I mean? Oh, Fantastic Four was gas. Review tomorrow. Well, unless you're watching, can I just tell y'all like what it's on for people watching? People ain't liking the stream is what I'm seeing right now. Let me reload. Maybe I'm tweaking. Yeah, we're at 2 likes. Come on now. Y'all can boost those numbers up. Now we're frozen. Is mine? Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good here too. Waiting for those likes. But Jesus, bro, 55 million. She really won the case, bro. She really just, found a horny old man, recorded some talks and whatnot, and said, "Here's my bag." He made me feel uncomfortable. Give me 55 million, and he's like, "Oh, okay." 7.8 out of 10. No. 8.5. Actually tweaking. This man gave Fantastic Four 7.4. Make it make sense. That movie was not a 7.4. Like, the bare minimum, you give just like an 8. Just 8. Just a solid B. But 7? You think it's average? That movie was not average. That movie was solid for sure. Like, you give it like... I don't think it's better than Superman. But I saw Superman like 3 times. I gotta rewatch it for sure. But off of first watch, you gotta give this movie at least an 8. Like, or a high 7. Like 7.4, that's way too low, bro. You gotta give this movie like at least a high 7. Yeah, most definitely high 7. Like 7.7, 7.8. I'll give you that, but 7.4? I'm sorry, bro. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. Like 7.4, most definitely. Like it was solid, but you don't want to give it B. You don't want to give it like that 8. It's like high 7, cool, but low 7? Well, what's the issue with the movie where you're giving it a low 7? That makes no sense to me. Bet. All right, we're going to get into call, ladies and gentlemen. This man wants to defend his point. Now, hopefully he actually listens. This man sucks at talking, to be honest. Like, he's not good at talking. This man gets loud and passionate and screams like a child. But we'll ball regardless. Well, where he at? I ain't see him. Fantastic Four. Is he screwing with me right now? Is he screwing with me? What's going on here? Where's this dude at? I don't like being played with. Like, what's going on? Weren't you just on your phone texting? You know, black people. Oh my God. Where's that clip? We'll play that clip because you know, Tony. All right,
So
here
then
it
the
is, here it
boat
is.
hit the Baltimore Bridge, and then the Baltimore Bridge collapsed, okay? And then the mayor came out and talked about it. You know, black people. No. So,
Like, bruh, how you gonna be ready to talk then not talk? This guy be hilarious. Still waiting. Well, while we're waiting for this man to figure it out, let's get back to the video. They know where I'm at. I'll just be in general, I guess. If they catch me, they catch me. I'll hear when he comes in. We'll all hear, actually. Let's get back to the video.
She could have wrote that at the end. That would have been the pettiest. Yeah. Now that we've come to the conclusion of this, you know, some people allege that it's 23 million, like Preach said. Others say it's 10 million. I don't really think it matters. All that matters is that she made enough money.
Oh, it's 10 million? Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. $10 million is still pretty good. Like, that's still good money. But freaking still, I thought she was getting 55 million. Where'd I get 55 from? We'll go to this source real quick. What the hell? This type of movie is getting old. I am. What's this movie? We'll open link in the tab. We'll think about it. The consumers. Ooh, that's actually a pretty decent video too. Oh my God, we got options. But anyway, I think it was. Now this guy's lame. I remember he's just lame, bro. But it was like this one video that just really cemented it beforehand. He was arguing with his girl. Then this man yelled, "I'm the prize." I'm like, bro, what? You arguing with your shorty, you gotta yell, "You're the prize"? That made me chuckle. Bag secured, active, after Shannon Sharp lawsuit exposed him. How much did she get?
You know what's really fun? Making a website on Wix.
hey, where Howard is?
We'll see face. Someone might see in the comments. Let's see. Well, I could dip something gonna cost you every time. Okay, just.
Here you go, man. I know Illuminati's trying to get you out of here, man. Before you go, man, speaking of locked up, Diddy's coming out. Are everybody gonna get in trouble now? Like,
The industry was very, very quiet. Nigga, I ain't seen the industry this quiet since I entered it. It was loud, the motherfucker, till that happened. Boy.
Yeah, they were like, oh,
niggas was hiding. Nobody came outside. Niggas was hiding TMZ. Like, nobody spoke his behalf. They're like, yo, Kai, what do you say? I said, hey, man, listen, I don't really know Diddy like on a level like that because I've never been to any of his parties.
Yeah.
You know, not by choice. I just was a hard worker. I just ain't had time, right? I've been invited, no lie, but I just chose to go to the studio. I said, but at the end of the day, you know, in the end, you got to go to court and you got to get proven.
Wow.
So all I can do is wait to see what the verdict is.
Sex trafficking shit in Rico. We'll see what happens. All right. As soon as I left Turks and Caicos, Lotto showed up. She posted a bunch of pictures. She's in Turks. Damn, which part is this? Okay. Oh, breaking news. Shannon Sharp has actually settled his lawsuit with his Snow Bunny. And this is actually surprising for me because at this point, why the hell would he do it? given the fact that she made so much allegations everybody covered, that, you know, actually, I understand why we do it. Because this idea of her saying that she raped her, nobody believed it off the allegations. I'm not saying it can't be true. Nobody believed it because she didn't go too much into details. Well, actually, she did. She did say, like, she told him no means no. But anyway, regardless, it looks like Shannon doesn't want to get into the weeds of this. Apparently, there were videos, and some of the videos contain graphic images and graphic scenes where, you know, he's supposedly, like, choking her out. He's doing all type of stuff that might be cosplaying as some type of racial fetish, but it was going to make him look guilty in the sense of a non-consensual sense. So he has agreed to a $50 million. No. She sued for 50. He agreed to a settlement.
They get
and
one where you at that
the
point.
lawyer is putting out that,
He's going to assume
you know, remember they're accusing him of sexual assault, but now they're saying
he wanted to duck because he knew I was going to flame him for such a horrible opinion, horrible take. Chat here is good. Oh my, 4? Hey, buddy. Might as well follow here, you know what I mean? You're here now watching, drop a follow. We're cool here, we're cool. Likes, all right, that's all right. We'll do with that. But
this video was brought to you by Squarespace.
No. Back to this.
This was actually consensual. So this is what the Tony Busby's lawyer, he says, on April 20th, 2025, the Busby law firm filed a complaint in Nevada making several allegations against Shannon Sharp on behalf of our client. Both sides acknowledge a long-term consensual and tumultuous relationship. After protracted and respectful negotiations, I'm pleased to announce that we have reached a mutually agreed upon resolution. All matters have now been addressed satisfactorily, and the matter is closed. The lawsuit will thus be dismissed with prejudice. So essentially, she kind of walks back this idea that he raped her, but doesn't walk back the claims of abuse and what she might feel is like some type of manipulation. So
okay, you didn't say the price. Okay, that was wasting my fucking time. Jesus, all right. Whole lot nothing. I was looking for prices, but I guess they showed it 10 million.
To retire. And all this talk that Shannon did at first, remember this whole, I'm never going to settle, this is a shakedown.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right.
Shannon, this is a shakedown. And I'm going to need you to give me a shimmy. I need them cash flows to start running out your pockets.
Sonic coins.
He said, this is a shakedown. And she said, bitch, dance. And you did. And now you paid up.
Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting...
Okay, $50 million. Okay. So that's what he said.
...is sued for defamation. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
Well, you know, there won't be no counter lawsuit. You know, Shannon's gonna just have to hold his L, and hopefully he learns a lesson. But that's the end of this saga.
Did he stop his podcast?
That was an expensive lesson learned, bro. Like, I'm not paying $10 million for a lesson. I'm just, running off of experiences and other people's experience, I should say, bro. Because $10 million is still $10 million. I don't care if you're rich, bro. Like, losing money like that, you're going to be upset. I don't care how rich you are, bro. You're going to be upset after losing that much money. Period, point blank. Uh-oh. I almost got tangled up there. Hee. But yeah, bro, like, at what point do you not feel bad for the guys? You know what I mean? Like, that was entirely your fault. People warned you about messing with young girls. The frickin' everyone warned you, bro. You just foolish. A fool. I don't feel bad at all. I feel no empathy. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Empathy.
No, empathy. Put yourself in the place of me. La 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 la.
If you know where that's from, you're a real fan.
Podcast. His podcast is he owns that. Mm-hmm. How is Nightcap doing? I mean, it's not football season, so it's hard to judge it, based off of anything. But
not the one with Ocho Cinco, just his clip Shay Shay. It's crazy the number of people that try to warn him.
Ugh. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. I know. This is your auntie.
Clip Shay Shay. That's crazy the number of people that try to warn him.
That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. I know. This is your auntie.
You can't feel bad for him, bro. We got two different people telling you. A woman your age, a dude younger than you say. You don't need these younger women, bro. You need someone your age. Settle down. Like, how was he again? Let's check. Almost 60. Brother, I'll give you. You can mess with a 40-something-year-old. At least. I'll say I'll give you a 35-year-old, bro. I'll give you someone who's 35. Whatever. Find you a wife. You are almost 60. Get a wife. Like, what's going on here, bro? You got no kids. You just want to slut around? What's going on here? Now, there's theories. We don't know if these are real or not. That Shannon Sharp might be a little bit... How do I say this? Has a little high fructose corn syrup in the tank, you know what I mean? So it's probably overcompensating with, indulging in sex with women and whatnot. When in reality, he likes fruit baskets, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So at that point, bro, just come out, get you what you actually want. Instead of, risking, well, you already lost the money, millions and whatnot, for the theory. But theory aside, let's just assume, hey, and he's from fucking Chicago too. God damn it, bro. What are you doing here? You're making me look bad. It's whatever. Let's just assume you like women. Cool. You could date a mature woman, someone who's like 35, maybe 40. Like we could give you, we'll give you that. Yeah, Auntie said don't mess with a 36-year-old, but like, get you an adult woman. You know what I mean? Someone in their 20s, that's just a no-go. I say, if you want to be safe, 42, best option. Good number, fantastic. Someone who's 42, they have a life, can still have kids and whatnot, still be good. Like, what are you doing, Shannon? Oh, wow, it says right here. Rumor for 23 million. Which is, okay, the settle. So, what they wanted was 50 million. Got you. Yeah, dude's just dumb. That's really it. Just a fool. I'm a fool, such a fool for you. Da da da. What y'all know about CeeLo Green, bro? That song's a banger. Can I play that song? I might get copyrighted. Will I? I could play it on Twitch though. But I don't know if I play it on YouTube. See, let's see. I'm a fool. CeeLo Green. Copyright? Yeah, listen to the song? Probably not. I'm not gonna risk it. But bro, man, oh man, I don't feel bad for stupids.
Auntie talking to you. Take your ass and get your old out there.
And he's still giggling, hee it up, bro. You're an idiot. I'm not gonna lie, I do enjoy. It is favorite time when I know someone's like, those memes of like when Goku knows he's stronger than you, he starts getting super disrespectful. When I know I'm smaller than you, I do get somewhat disrespectful, bro. In certain situations, like if I know for a fact I do somewhat get disrespectful, especially when you're acting like stupid, like when you're acting a bit retarded, bro. And I know it, in this situation I'm like leagues above you. I'm gonna start getting petty and disrespectful just a little bit, because this dude is just giggling like a child. Like, I mean, what can I say? I like him young. Stop it, Shannon. Get help.
I can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
I'm right there with you too, bro. He was warned. He was told. The prophecy was on the wall. They said, you could beat this prophecy, Shannon. Just step away. Shannon said, no, what prophecy? I don't see. I can't read it, okay? I can read pictures, all right? He. Goofy.
Listen. Maybe he just really wanted to shake down. He wanted to see how long he could last.
Shake yourself.
Nah.
Date your weight.
Hey, listen.
Shake your shit. Show me what you're working with.
Actually, speaking of which, there was actually some shit that had me rolling. Someone saw it. Alimony, testimony, My Little Pony, settlements and fines.
That's actually a pretty good one. I like that.
No, people went crazy with that shit.
Someone wrote, bro folded like a lawn chair.
especially for like making like a public speech to saying how he's not going to sell. This is a shakedown, then immediately floating. That's just insane. Like my guess is like I feel like he just did the settlement so like he could like try to get his duties back, because like if he just kept on with this case, like a lot of things would probably would have gone under with companies who want to work with still or whatnot. That's my headcanon. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but that's probably the reason why he wanted to just take the settlement now instead of going through with this full process. But regardless, bro, taking the settlement, you just go back on your word too. You just look even more dumb. You're a fool.
Testimony, matrimony, alimony, accusers, and fines. Everyone's going with the old version. Yo, some of these actually had me like actually rolling over. Some of these that were good.
Nah, people are pettier than you. That's crazy. You pretty petty, but some people got bars.
Someone wrote big back, patty whack, nickelback, settlements and fines.
Big back, patty whack, settlements and 5. Oh my god. I almost dropped that. Wait, where'd my Pokemon card go? Oh, it's right there. No, I lost that for a second. I think I told you guys this last stream, but this thing is $9. My friend just gave this to me for free. You know how cool that is? Freaking love this card. I used to have it on the back of my phone with a clear phone case. And that was then I realized like, let me put some respect on his name. I'm gonna probably hang it in my car, like with my fuzzy dice too, hanging like on the rear view mirror. Thank you. Had it in my car like that because my car is black with a dark type too. That'd be kind of fresh. But I need to do so much with that car. I need to fix the AC first. Actually, it'd probably get like a new bumper, clean it. I want to get new suspensions too. It's gonna be like a project for sure, but I do need more money. Money. What can I buy? What can I buy? It's a cycle.
You killed me, bro. Someone wrote 2.5 mil for each cheek. No.
Was it worth it, bro?
Apparently now they're saying it's 11.5 million for each cheek. That is the most expensive ass that Shannon has ever seen.
Yeah.
And this is why we say, for a lot of these rich and wealthy dudes, they're just better off paying. All these people are like, oh, tricking's so horrible. How? First off, the irony is he's already behaving like a trick because he's messing with a girl who does sex work. He's just not paying. And so they muddy the waters. They do this in-between stuff. They want to be all this super freaky with this girl, but they didn't pay her for her discretion or nothing. It's like,
I mean, isn't that why NDAs exist? But like, don't get me wrong, I'm not against prostitution being legal. I feel like at this point in life, just make it legal. Make sure there's like laws and precautions so like they're safe and whatnot. But like, just make it legal. Be easier for everyone. Can skip people trying to find loopholes and whatnot. It's unhealthy. Did they send me a video? Let's react to this together, guys. Let's see what they said. Okay, bruh. All right. Yeah, that man's not hopping on call, bro. On call. He got the weighted. Now it makes sense. Let me get out of Discord thing. I was like, bro, like, is he down for action? That man is dead, guys. Dead.
And even recently, I actually saw Myron getting on Twitter, and he was like, you know what? I advocate for a lot of wealthy men to pay. And I was like, oh my God, full circle 3 years later. I'm glad you learned stupid. But it's just like,
oh, I forgot Byron existed, bro. I always be forgetting freaking Fresh and Fit exists until these guys actually mention them, bro. Like, it'd be like, what's a good example? Like a person you don't mess with at all. Like you actually forget their existence. Your life is good. Then like someone's reminds like, oh yeah, that person. It's such an insane thing. Like when you truly forget about something, you know, forget about someone.
This is why men pay. This is why Kevin Samuels way back then, and this is probably one of the primary things I agreed with him on. It's like for a lot of wealthy individuals, it's just better. Y'all never thought about why all these like rich guys bang the exact same women, or like are alleged to? And it's true, they do.
Oh, because that person is safe. That person already.
She has a reputation, right?
Has a test.
So there's like fixers for these guys, right? There's actual people whose job is to find specific women, body types. They find them through Instagram, create a roster, and like men go through these fixers and set it up. Why do these guys do that? Because a lot of them have their own sexual whatever desires that they got. They can't afford to be DMing these women because a lot of dudes who do that, it gets leaked. So they get the middle people, right? And this is not new. This has been around even during the tag the sponsor era, where we were being flown out to Dubai. What would happen was, and we know this because somebody pretended to be a fixer.
Yeah.
They would DM these women saying, "Hey, we can get you 50K. Will you off a camel for this sheet?"
And then say that with the camera and with your passport.
And then she was biting on fucking camel toes. She was biting.
That's insane work for 50,000. Like, and that's why I think again, like, there should be regulations, bro. Like, you shouldn't be out here, you know, doing stuff with camels and animals or whatnot. Like, no, sir. Like, you know, no animal stuff. But like, with strictly people, fine, you could do whatever. If it's safe, within means, sign something. You know what I mean? So all parties are known. There's like a database too, so let people know. Or private. I don't know, because there has to be like some way so people know, okay, you hooked up with this person or whatnot. Safe database, and there's like checks and balances forward. So if something does happen to like the worker, they could track down who did it, and then, you know, they get accounted for. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to take like a lot of rules to set it up properly, but like, I say just set it up, bro. Because all these extra steps or workarounds, gray areas, bro, is just leave people doing crazy stuff.
A woman biting on a camel toe is beautiful. You know,
actual toes.
But yeah, these women would send passport pictures. But they were so used to talking to these kind of fixers that it made you realize how big and wide the industry is. And these are women with 10K, you know, followers, 5K. It's not even big, but if they're attractive and they fit the bill, the fixer will find them. And I say all this to say Shannon circumvented that whole system. He decided he wanted to do his way. He met a girl there. He, you know, was going on dates with this person, then also doing this whole sleeping together, but not paying. And it's just like, you can't afford to do that at his level. He has to maintain a public image of some kind for his business connections. He just didn't.
I mean, yeah, I get that you need some type of business. That makes sense. That makes sense. I think we get this video at this point. Let's go back to home. Back to home. Thank you. Tim Burton? What's going on here? That girl was really, like, gassed up, in my opinion. Like, people were really like, oh my god, bro. I'm like, bro, she's attractive, yeah. But people were like gassing her up to be like the next hottest thing. I'm like, she cool. Alright. F me, what was I gonna do? I'm talking about that. Oh, this guy was so lame. What happened to the bridge and pop songs? I think my brother was talking about that like a while ago. Open that new tab. We'll open that new tab. Thank you. Let's check out this consumerism thing first.
Buy chocolate crumble cookie. The matcha sugar cookie with a chocolate mousse, toffee, pistachios, and more pistachio butter. The Labubu is a matcha chocolate with a toffee pistachio filling.
Growing up in a generation where a couple of the main hopes past generations had are gone, the ability to be financially free and clear all your debt isn't happening for most people in our generation. The people at the top know this so much, it's now common to have buy now and pay later everywhere. Like, they added that to DoorDash. If this isn't a sign to wake up people, then I don't know what is. Shoot, the average person in Gen Z who wants a new car is going to be paying off that thing for the next 10 years. I think you sign a little bit of your soul away when you sign that lease. So the way Gen Z is...
I mean, baby, I bought my car. I knew that much. Like, I'm not playing any notes. I am just buying my car. He's like, I guess, you know, even though I am broke, I still have the mentality of, like, if I can't buy it twice, I probably shouldn't be buying it. That's how I handle most things. And that's a decent way to save money.
Has been coping with this and trying to get away from these thoughts is with what we call consumerism. People have been memeing about it and talking about it on TikTok recently. Consumerism, by its definition, is an economic and social system that encourages the consumption of goods and services as a mean of attaining well-being. And no matter what or where you are in life, everyone contributes to it. Like when you buy something that makes you happy, that is technically a part of consumerism. But the problem is when you have to keep buying things or the best new thing that's trending on TikTok to be at peace. And just to make it clear, consumerism isn't only a Gen Z or millennial thing, like it's existed for past
I remember that commercial. Not in my house. No, no, no.
generations.
Not
you may have
today.
seen your grandparents or someone old in your family watching the QVC channel, which is quite literally a channel that just sells you stuff, like that's all their content. And when you see old people watching this, they're in a trance. As soon as they pull up a word to order the item, they move faster than they have the past 15 years to buy it. But no, Gen Z is much smarter. Instead of having a TV channel control us, we have a much more valuable and educational source doing it. TikTok live streams.
I remember her. Not only was she bad, but like her, the way she did that was just so satisfying. You know, I was like, oh, that's nice.
The difference between past generations versus newer generations is the amount of ads we get. In the past, you were mainly seeing ads through TV commercials and hearing them on the radio.
That is
Typical
true.
stuff we're used to, billboards and posters on walls. Most people ignored them, but it was definitely easier for advertisers to reach certain audiences. We all remember certain commercials collectively growing up and they've become memes of their own. Just want to say, Fushigi, that was a scam and I was heartbroken finding that out when I got...
I was heartbroken when I saw a video of it. Like I remember when I was like, oh, I remember Fushigi. Let me see what it's like. And then like I saw the YouTube video, bro. It's just a glass ball, and it's just hand trickery, sleight of hand. Whatever. It was so dumb.
Look for an ATM from our bank, or we'll have to pay a small fortune in fees.
BMO has more fee-free ATM.
With social media now, every social media app spams ads in your face you can't escape unless you pay to. And sometimes apps like YouTube and Twitter offer a subscription where you can lower the amount of ads you see but not completely remove them. If you're someone that buys something, whether that be Netflix or Twitter or YouTube or something where you're still seeing ads but you see less of it,
You're completely insane.
I'll never understand that. Just pay a couple more bucks to completely get rid of the ads and it'll help you way more. Things like TikTok Shop do ads in a sort of deceiving way to make it seem like they're relatable to you. I can't wait to tell my kids in the future I remember the good old days of TikTok before TikTok Shop and before you had to pay to promote your video for views. I'm gonna show them one of those 2018 TikToks and be like, yeah, this is what we found funny back then. On TikTok now, you notice a lot more of the TikTok Shop on your For You page. And people will put a link for a product in any video, even if it has nothing to do with it. Like, it'll be a clip of a streamer doing something on stream, and then you'll see linked an ad to buy some headphones. The crazy thing is, too, people will sit there and buy it just because it's in front of their face. It's built in the system, too. We get so many ads on the daily, people end up bound to buy something eventually. Crazy to think.
Not me, bro. I'm too autistic and too broke to do it. Like I find it annoying. Like there hasn't been like a good ad where I'm like, oh, I need to buy this in a minute. You know what I mean?
There used to be a time on TikTok, not even that long ago, when there was no ads. Same thing.
Really? The most I be wanting to buy stuff was I'm at the store walking around. That's when I really like, oh, look at that, look at that. Like the way stores are set up is made for people like me to just want to buy everything. And like I usually do sometimes, you know what I mean? Like how stores are set up, especially malls too. Like that old way for buying stuff works perfectly for me. Like the new way just annoys me. I find like a nuisance.
With places like YouTube as well. People have been getting pissed off at YouTube because they've just kept adding more and more ads to things, especially now that they've cracked down on ad blockers. And I know people still get around them, but you know, they keep cracking down on them and you have to find different ways to do it. Some people get an ad when watching YouTube on a TV when they just pause the video. Advertisers be thinking this will work, but if I see your product on my TV after simply pausing a video, I'm writing down that product specifically in a notebook to make sure I don't buy it. On TV too, a lot of people get an ad as their first recommended video to watch. I'm not sure how many people are sitting there and willingly clicking on an ad to watch as their first video. The spamming of ads everywhere are just one part of us getting taken over by consumerism. A lot of it does have to deal with our own will to buy things as well. They can shill out however many products they want, but we have the power to choose them or not. And the thing that gets our generation is buying anything that's trending. A perfect example of it is Labubus. Not a single person can tell me where they even came from and the day they even found out about them, but they'll have a whole collection of them already and each one named. And we always have things like this popping off. Everyone runs to buy them and show them off just to forget about it the next month and stop talking about it. Labubus recently have become the top face of consumerism on TikTok. Same thing with matcha as well. And it's so funny because matcha—
That is true. My brother was talking about matcha and whatnot. Then like I saw the boo-boos. I'm like, why are these things so popular, bro? Like, I don't get it. You know what I mean?
has already been a thing for so long. Like in Japan, they've been having matcha for literal centuries. But just because it started to take over everywhere online, we've officially been draining the world supply of matcha and are running out. Nowadays,
What? We're running low on matcha? Y'all are greedy. This is the type of gluttony to be talking about in the Bible, bro. We're running low on matcha?
like in Japan, they've been
Let me
having
see that
matcha
again.
for literal centuries. But just because it started to take over everywhere online, we've officially—
Matcha is running low because of y'all goddamn gluttony. You can't make this up, bro. Humans are something else. We really are a unique species, man. We really are. God damn. Y'all don't even mess with matcha till it starts trending on TikTok.
We've been draining the world supply of matcha and are running out. Nowadays, something will start trending as one thing. Then because of our insatiable consumerism, it has to be spread everywhere. And because of all this consumerism, the main excuse for boomers, for younger generations, and why they don't have houses and stable income, is that we all spend our money on bull and that we got soft hands, brother.
I've fought more men and bedded more women than you've probably ever seen. Hell yeah.
All right, bud.
Now, you want to talk about soft hands? Ain't nothing soft about me, boy.
While it is true that younger generations do spend more money on random we eat out more on average and spend money on things I showed like the thing they don't understand is the reason why younger generations do this is because they don't have the same hope they did. A lot of this is a direct response to things that a lot of the younger generation feel are now out of reach. If you don't have the hope to be able to afford a home in the future and be able to raise a family, then the direct response we're gonna see is consumerism. People are buying things to satisfy themselves in the moment because they don't have hope to get any of the things they want. And companies
That's
know
valid.
this, which is why on top of making everything buy now, pay later,
everything has also become a subscription.
I just found out recently that, you know, for new cars, how you get an app to remote start the car and whatnot? Well, some of those car brands are now charging you to use their apps. The app for—
Brother, I gotta download, not only like I gotta download the app now, I gotta pay a subscription to turn on my car. Stop it. That's the dumbest thing in the world.
new Honda cars who use the Honda Link app charges you $110 per year just to be able to remote start your car. This is just them being selfish too, because other car brands have their app entirely for free. Don't be surprised when every car brand starts to assimilate to these standards and ruin it for everybody. All it takes is for one brand to make it normal for everybody to conform. And look,
I remember when the Pope did that to Trump, bro. And why was Trump tickling the Pope's hand trying to hold it? Oh my, I gotta watch that again.
other car brands have their app entirely for free. Don't be surprised when every car brand starts to assimilate to these standards and ruin it for everybody. All it takes is for one brand to make it normal for everybody to conform.
The little pinky. Oh my god.
And look, I'm not even saying the older generations are wrong for saying those type of complaints, but all of this isn't a one-way street. Like, it's a two-way street. It wouldn't have happened if in the past it was set up for us to be good.
We at Little Caesars know the Fantastic Four deserve a fantastic pizza. It's one pizza with 4 different topping combinations.
Will I go to Little Caesars? I don't know, bro. Like, I haven't had Little Caesars in years. Like, when it comes to pizza places, it's really just Domino's, Papa John's. And now Domino's, I hear, has stuffed crust. I gotta try that. You know, because the reason why Papa John's is so close to Domino's for me is because they got stuffed crust. But now that Popeyes got it with their crust too, because Domino's has like one of the best crusts. Like that garlic parmesan crust. Fantastic, bro. That's the only thing you need to get. Because now the crust tastes like a breadstick, a nice flavored breadstick. Now add that flavored breadstick with cheese in the middle. Oh my god, it's like it's a free cheese stick. You get some marinara sauce on the side, it's game over.
Back then, everyone knew, or at least had the mindset, that if you put in the work, you'd be guaranteed a house. A lot of jobs felt a lot more family-oriented, and a lot of people treated their coworkers as, like, family. But now, you're not even guaranteed to keep your job anymore if you put in the work. As soon as your boss sees they can save 0.1% of expenses by firing you, they're gonna fire your ass. Consumerism is a direct response to capitalism, and as things keep getting worse, it's going to continue on. You also have social media personas, and everyone's gotta look like one of them. You either gotta dress like Cardi, look like a Y2K baddie, anything new that can pop up. They even have a new meme for one called the performer.
I saw that meme, but that is true though. Like, it's just a new way to say, what is it? There was a word for it. Fedora man, no. There was was it poser? It wasn't that. I guess poser. There was another different word for it. The point is, it's just a new performative mill, just like the new whatever. This was a thing back in the day. It's just like it has a new name. So I'm trying to say. It wasn't poser. That was like a 2000 word. This is annoying me. Hipster, fake hipster. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Like performative male is just like the new hipster. I think that's it. That's the word.
Male, which is pretty much a guy who tries to emulate anything that'll impress the host. It's mandatory. It includes matcha.
Yeah, so like yeah, hipster
About feminism and you listening to Lana Del Rey.
Two books, bro. Should keep that though.
There'd be a lot of women out here thinking these type of dudes are perfect and every man should simply emulate them. Not knowing that a lot of them are simply strategists conforming to what'll work for them to smash. In fact, a lot of these dudes be the worst to be with. It's kind of like how every girl has that dream Hollywood male actor, and a lot of those actors end up being terrible people and serial cheaters. But hey, I can't even hate. They play the game beautifully and the game rewards them well. It's way easier now to also hoard tons of things, and a lot of people do it. The worst person's house you'll ever...
Ugh. I hate messy things, bro. I hate mess. It's disgusting to me. It's foul. It's sickening. Like, I like... If my room gets messy, it's not even like a real mess, just because I just put stuff in a pile and, like, I'm too tired to do anything. But, like, when I clean my room, that's like an easy... I'll say like a 45-minute activity, and then my room's in tip-top shape again, you know what I mean? Like, my mess is not a real mess. It's more like, move that to the right place and then everything's good again. You know what I mean? You know guys don't know what I mean. But this right here,
who can't
I hate
throw a
that.
single item away. They got things from 20 years ago that haven't been touched in that time, and when you ask them why they still have it, they always say it's just in case, but that in case never happens. Like, I promise you won't need that 15-year-old chair or 20-year-old pot set. And now with our unlimited thirst for collecting anything new that's popping for a month, people will have full stacks of something in the span of a week. In the past, for hoarders, it usually took them years to build up their collection, and now it's sped up faster than ever. There are still people with closets full of Stanley cups. As we go on, the dumber the item we...
People are collecting Stanley Cups? Yo, y'all are just dumb. Jesus, you are actual bots and sheep.
collect. I still don't understand how Stanley Cups became such a big thing. People were camping outside stores to snatch the cups up. And if you look at it now, no one's talking about it anymore. With our generation now too, it's proven that we don't stand on anything. Like for a while, I remember people were boycotting McDonald's and Starbucks. This was due to allegations that both of the brands were supporting Israel in the war and their efforts. But slowly over time, less and less people stopped doing it and started eating there again. All McDonald's had to do was announce that they were bringing snack wraps back and
The snack? What? And large fries? That sounds delicious.
essentially bringing XXL fries, and people completely forgot about what was happening. I'm not even sure if the rumors of what McDonald's and Starbucks were doing is true, but at the end of the day, for people, it doesn't matter to them. Starbucks is definitely still getting boycotted by a lot of people, but I guarantee if Starbucks comes out with a matcha Dubai chocolate Labubu latte, people will be willing to throw the boycott away just for a day.
We live in such a crazy time, bro. Like, that sentence just sounds made up. Matcha Labubu chocolate Dubai latte. Like, what is words? If that, like, what? That just sounds like a bunch of, if I heard that in high school, bro, I don't think that's just like made up words and you're just saying random stuff to be funny. Those are all real things. That probably is an actual shake.
And the way this happens is when more and more people start to post videos about something, the more people are willing to give it and try it. Crumble Cookie is also a pure example of consumerism at...
I'm not gonna lie, I did fall for the crumble consumerism. I don't want to blame anybody, but you know, homie put me on. I was like, oh, this is kind of nice. You know, I like how it's a weekly cookie and you get points too. That's kind of cool. You know, some weeks the cookies aren't good, so you don't buy. Other weeks you're like, I gotta buy this cookie. You know, it's a fun thing to do. I like crumble.
At its finest.
I actually haven't had crumble cookie in a minute though. It's been a hot minute.
And fair to them because they play the game well. Every week they change the flavors to something new. And because they're updating them so often, influencers are able to immediately make a new video about them trying the newest flavor. Then when people see the influencers trying it, they think to themselves they have to try the new flavor themselves. Not taking their help.
Fun fact. This is probably an old one, I think. Videos. She should be pretty close, I think, right? No? I thought for sure I did a crumble cookie review. Don't make me look so... There it is. Bro, I gave y'all a solid review too. All the flavors. Y'all weren't appreciating this. Yo, alright. So I was thinking to myself, y'all weren't appreciating this greatness right here. Look at this. For you guys. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm gonna eat this cookie and probably talk to you guys about my day or whatever. Peak content. Like it. Subscribe. My goodness. Who's out here doing... Oh, this cookie was good. I remember this. Oh, yeah. What do I say about this? So, I don't know. I think it was kind of for the best I didn't say yes because then I'll be like locked down. I'm not ready for commitment like that. But enough of that. The next cookie, the third one, is like the pink frosting one. Try that out. Back my glasses weren't broken too. I miss those days, bro. I miss those. Y'all see the frames, don't you? To close that. Can y'all see my glasses? Like barely. Let's see. Let me. Like y'all see this? Look at this, man. Look like a odd eyes boy. It's insane. Embarrassing. Hanging on by a fucking thread. Oh my god. I need new glasses. I low-key just need more crazy glue. But it gives me personality, I guess. I don't know. Oh, let's go back here.
Into account or nothing. Crumble Cookie is the perfect example of the meme that Americans eat like they got free healthcare. I can't fathom that you get a box of them and chomp down the whole thing by yourself. One single brownie is 1,130 calories. But hold up.
Word? Didn't know that.
15 grams of protein? Never mind, this is
50 grams of protein. Whoa. That ain't bad.
Clearly a healthy brand. Sounds like a great pre-workout meal to me. Anyways, that's gonna be it. Let me know how much consumer...
Actually, a solid vid. I like this guy. It makes sense to get 700 followers. 700,000. Almost 8. I went to Chicago. Who was this? Is she? Well, let's check the IG. I'm curious. You just started? Did she just start? Oldest? 2 years ago? Okay. No, she's been here for a minute. Why is she on my channel, though? No, she's taken... God damn it, bro. It's always the hot women. Oh, no, IG. Okay, that's cool. Is it raining outside? Nice. We always like a good thunderstorm. Oh, we didn't even watch this one. We'll click on that.
In Albion, no matter where you go or what you do, your mount will accompany you on your journey. Perhaps you'll pick the ox, a merchant's best friend. It can carry anything you throw at it.
Skip. Pause.
Has anyone else known?
We're up to bridges and pop songs. Okay. This type of movie is getting old. We'll check this one out first just to see because I thought it was interesting.
All-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed.
Because we did a lot of Pokemon stuff yesterday, so I'm going to try to switch it up a bit, change up the pace, see what this is about.
A few months ago, the trailer for a new film called Opus dropped. The movie tells the story of a journalist who is invited to an exclusive album listening event held by a pop star who's been out of the spotlight for 30 years. And when she shows up, it turns out this event is just a little strange, a little off. Just off that, it didn't take much for people to go, oh, so it's The Menu, or Midsommar, or Don't Worry Darling, or Get Out. It's one of those. Which, to be fair, these films are not bad movies. They're not always great, but they can be entertaining. They pass the time.
I didn't see Midsummer. Get Out was a pretty good version of that. The Menu was pretty good and fresh. I don't know, like... It's a new genre of movie, I guess. Or style that works. Like, you know, you got the slasher thrillers. Got your action adventure, your heist movies, you know, like... I feel like saying it's getting old is unfair. You can maybe say overused. There was like a time where there was like a lot of heist movies, a lot of action movies and whatnot. Not action was like superhero movies. There we go. But just another type of film, you know, that's you know kind of popular, does good money, and like you can make it different enough where it feels fresh. But explain to me why you think it's old though. Like that's my thoughts. Maybe could change my mind because I am a very open-minded person.
We all talk about them with our coworkers. It does have you wondering though, how many of these do we have left? And I think Opus answered that question. So let's get into it. The film stars Io Adebri, who plays the lead journalist Ariel. We get the sense that she's not where she wants to be in her field when out of the blue she's invited to this event. The others on the trip include Juliette Lewis, Murray Bartlett, and more, who play other smug media folk who, unlike Ariel, lean into the weirdness of the event. But the star of the show here is John Malkovich, who plays Alfred Moretti, the pop icon hosting the event, along with his cult father.
John Malkovich. He sounds familiar, but he looks different because he looks like a bald man. What else was he in? He was in Fantastic Four. What was he? Who was he playing in Fantastic Four? Was he Galactus? Okay, who was John Malkovich then? Mice and Men. Let's talk of the moon. Oh, did he play that Crazy Unit Fantastic? John Malkovich. Yeah, I remember. Okay, that's
followers. It doesn't take long for odd things to start taking place. Unhygienic eating, weird sex things, disappearances.
They're eating blue lobster? Shame on you. Never. Clark is blue, which is kind of dope. He was like a very heavy blue. It really just depends on lighting. Like if I bathe him in blue light for a little bit, like he just changes colors over time. Like he becomes blue, but like I have the lights more white now, so he's been more like a brownish color.
Something's off here. And if you're like me, you're probably watching this thinking, why are you summarizing this movie? I know exactly where this is going. We've literally seen some iteration of this story a million times before. It sounds like it's basically The Menu, but with music. And you know what? You're right. But I was willing to give this film a chance for a few reasons. Mainly, I like the cast quite a bit. It doesn't matter how played out the weirdness is, John Malkovich will consistently find a way to make it weirder. Off the trailer alone, his little, had me hooked. Clown on it all you want. It looked like a good time, to be honest. I wanted to see what an actor like him could bring to this story. There's also obviously Io Adebri, who hasn't really had a lead role like this before. Most would agree Adebri is just simply one of the most charming actors working today, and it was exciting to see her use that to carry an entire feature film. Thankfully, I don't have to say but anytime soon here. They both did deliver. Say what you want about what doesn't work here, and boy, we'll unpack that, but the actors walk out unscathed. Io, especially in the final parts of the film, shows a dramatic side that I really haven't seen before from her. It proves she can bring it.
I feel like she does pretty good dramatics. Why not a lot in the bear, you know what I mean?
if she really wants to, even when the script isn't giving her nearly enough. That's really my first issue. The lead character, Io's character, is painfully uninteresting. She's placed in a somewhat interesting scenario, but her character is such a mystery. We know about as much about her as her co-workers do. She never opens up to us. A shocking flaw considering the director himself was inspired to make this because of his own experience as a journalist working for GQ. You would think this character, of everyone in the film, would be the most fleshed out, the most interesting. I mean, his background is probably why he was able to nail the demeanor of other media folks so accurately in the film. Juliette Lewis is always a blast to watch. But again, Io's character was just disappointingly surface level coming from someone from that field. John Malkovich, though, I got no complaints here. For a film as predictable as this, he was really the only one bringing a sort of suspense to it. I really couldn't tell you what he was going to do in any given scene. My favorite parts of the film were those moments where he actually approached Ariel's paranoia with a sense of ease and warmth. It was a type of manipulation that honestly started to work on me too. I'd probably stay a while as well. It would probably be a lot more interesting than watching this movie. Listen, man, I'll keep it simple. It's just a boring time. It's not a very interesting movie. Pretty much every choice made here comes from somewhere that did the choice in a more interesting way. Not just the premise of a cult, but the dancing bit, which was better in After Yang, the kills, which are better in The Menu, the oblivious acting, it's better in White Lotus and Knives Out, the camera work, it's better in Midsommar, the absurdity, it's better in Dream Scenario. Man, even the graphic for the title drop, it's in this old-timey cursive style that feels like it's ripping off Pearl of all films. People are very quick to clown on others for describing something as A24 core because obviously that is pretty silly. It's a company, not a filmmaker. A24 didn't even do most of these cult movies that I've compared this to. But off aesthetics alone, this movie might be the one to put that argument to bed. This feels like a parody of every A24 movie I've ever seen. Everything from the style to the actual casting makes it feel like it was made in a lab. This is neither an A24 movie or a movie about cults necessarily, but I did think a lot about the Saltburnification of filmmaking during this.
Saltburn was such an insane movie. I don't know what my... like, it was a solid movie for sure. Like, I was engaged, but like, that movie was wow. That was something else.
This is pretty far from Saltburn, narratively, sure, but they're after the same thing deep down. They want to be talked about. They want their scenes to be so weird and odd that you bring them up at work, that people make TikToks about them. Not too weird that it challenges you, but weird enough that it makes you feel exciting for being into it. Weird enough that it's worth talking about, spreading the word about. When really...
Saltburn was weird, but like at least it had like a very engaging story as well. Like it wasn't like a bass. It was more like you want to like, what's going on here? You know what I mean? It was weird enough where it kept you engaged. But it sounds like this movie didn't have like that weird factor that was like also interesting. It was just being weird to be weird. And that's not what you want to do.
All it is a watered-down version of a more interesting film that probably already exists. And those movies can be fun. Saltburn was fun, but they wear off fast, and more importantly, they make the work disingenuous, or at least they make it feel like that. Opus is a real movie with real ideas, but damn do I struggle to see any of it come alive. It just feels disingenuous. John Malkovich dancing and doing a little sexy moment is way more interesting than any of the ideas deep down here, or at least that's what this film thinks. I really hate to sound overly negative about this, as there's a part of me that doesn't want this movie to fail. For a movie I really did not enjoy, I don't want to tear an indie, a debut feature specifically, to shreds, because I think it's evident that Mark Anthony Green has a perspective worth sharing, and I'll watch whatever he does next, don't get me wrong. This comes from an authentic place, like I've said many times. It has good performances from people I like, and it is fun on paper, but it's the formula it chooses to nestle itself within that leaves me struggling to actually enjoy any of the things I want to enjoy about it. Sorry for how corny it's about to get in here, but it's like that one clip from Breaking Bad where Walt is having a flashback and looking at a bunch of chemistry on the board, and he's like, something's missing. And Gretchen goes, what about the soul? I asked the same thing here. As trite as The Menu can feel at times, even that felt like it came from a real place of frustration with how society interacts with art, how an artist creates off those interactions, and the destructive cycle of it. Opus, at its core, has something interesting to say about fandom, cult followings, pop music, societal trends, but none of that comes through until it's explaining itself in the end. And by that point, we're just way too far gone for any of these bold ideas to land or make any sort of mark. It makes you wonder, why weren't these ideas explored earlier in the film, while we were drowning in one cult thriller cliche after another? By that point, there's no soul left. So to answer the question, has the well run dry? Yeah, definitely. And that's what I gotta say. Thanks for watching. Go watch Opus, support independent cinema, and form your own opinion on this thing before you head out. I want to thank this week's sponsor, Squarespace, the all-in-one.
No, thank you. No, less of that. How long is this video? All right, let's see something. Okay. Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna probably watch that Pokemon video. Am I not live? There we go. We're gonna watch this. Oh my god. We're gonna watch this Pokemon video. Then after that, call it a night, I think. Because this was a late night stream. I was supposed to stay up too late anyway, because I gotta wake up in the morning for church. So yeah, we're gonna watch this, and then that'll be our night.
Yeah. What is it good for?
Hopefully it's a banger.
Whenever we are shown glimpses into the world of Pokemon, it seems to be quite the utopia, for the most part. People and Pokemon living together in harmony, everyone gets along with each other, they all sing songs and do the pip-puff step. It's simply the ideal world. But it wasn't always like this. As far back as the original Red and Blue, there's been confirmation of full-on wars that took place in this world. We've even seen glimpses of what these wars looked like in the anime in X and Y. I mean, Conquest was literally just Pokemon War the game, but PG. Yeah, sure, I totally believe that every leader whose nation you just destroyed and conquered would willingly join you, no string attached. Seems historically accurate. But all of these wars took place in the past. So what would one look like in present day? And which region's military might would stand above the others? That's what we're here to find out. This is not necessarily a question with a straightforward answer. Many factors go into a land's capability for warfare. So for this video, we're going to be going over some key factors that separates the Machumps from the Machamps. Now strap on your boots, grab your Pokeballs.
That's nifty.
What makes me feel unstoppable? Forward motion.
I don't like ceilings, I don't like walls.
Keep pushing it forward.
Make sure your Rolodex doesn't have a Galarian spy in it, and ship out. But first, we're gonna lay down some ground rules. I'm not gonna be taking the legendaries into account in any of this, mainly because they're all instant win buttons, and we just kind of invalidate having a war in the first place. Like, whoever has Arceus wins. And second of all, I do know that Kalos does have that ultimate weapon thing going on, but I'm also not gonna include that because A, it's one of those instant win buttons, which is, again, unfair. B, it requires Xerneas or Yveltal's power to charge it, which we're not taking them into account, so they can't charge it. And C, even if we did allow it, every other region would just gang up on Kalos. Nah, in order to win this war, we need to do it the old-fashioned way. One factor we have to consider is that this war is not just going to be fought with Pokemon. No. Us humans are going to have to get down and dirty as well. So each region's infrastructure and technological advancements are going to play a pivotal role in what kind of weaponry we're working with here, as well as their defensive capabilities.
That's valid. That's valid.
Johto is by far the least technologically advanced region out there. I mean, I guess Kitakami is technically worse, but we're not counting that because if we did, it would just get wiped off the map in the first day. The only thing Johto has going for it is the radio tower. And that's about it. I mean, I guess they have the lighthouse in Olivine to help spot intruders, and they have the Manga Train, but those aren't really all that unique to Johto, now are they? It also has the misfortune of being connected to Kanto by land, which is slightly more advanced with more cities and power plants to work with. It also has Silphco on its side, a company designed to making Pokeballs, making them have a consistent supply of those. You could say that Johto has Kurt for those, that his Pokeballs are more effective in certain areas, but good luck trying to mass produce those with one guy. This is where Kalos takes the edge over the other regions, as it has an entire Pokeball factory in its possession. And I think we all know how powerful having access to Pokeballs would be in this situation. One trader can catch and use a Pokeball with the strength of 10 soldiers. Kalos also has a giant power plant to power all of their technological needs, as well as the largest city in the series. Also, shout out to Galar to having literal castles for towns, making for great fortresses / outposts. But Unova has one specific thing that puts it far above all the others. It's the only region to have an honest-to-God airport to its name. I know in the loading screens of Scarlet and Violet you can see a plane icon when going to the DLC areas, but that's not enough information to go on. Unova having a full-on airport makes transporting people and supplies much more efficient. I guess you can argue that there's no need for planes if flying Pokemon can take you where you need to go, but a single Pokemon can only carry so much it will have to eventually stop and rest. But besides that, we're also shown that Unova has a lot of technologically impressive feats under its belt, as shown with all the cities and marine tubes and sport domes with teleporters and frickin' Dream World machines. But as we all know, this war is not gonna be won with technology alone. The main difference maker in this battle is gonna be the Pokemon at everyone's disposal. Ain't no one gonna take a region like Ore seriously when it has like 9 wild Pokemon to its name. For this, we're looking at the regional dexes for each country and the native Pokemon found in them. Now, when you're putting Pokemon into the mix, some of the strategies you can cook up are straight up diabolical. Take Kanto for example. Just put some hazmat suits on some champs and have them throw a lot of coughings and wheezings on the enemy front lines, gassing their whole enemies out. Hell, you can even throw in some electrodes over there and have some extra damage. The type diversity is also very solid, meaning they can handle air, land, and sea combat just fine. It's even got Porygon for cyber attacks. Johto is a bit less off in this department. Its unique Pokemon are very non-combat focused for the most part, but to its credit, its heavy hitters are pretty meaty, having Steelixes for digging tunnels for underground operations, while a Spec Ops team of Scizors and Sneasels could do some sneaky tactics. And they have Porygon too, which is just better than one. And that's not even mentioning Tyranitar. As soon as it steps on the field, it can just create sandstorms, giving its platoon of Donphans and Fortresses an edge in combat. And then Hoenn is just stacked with so many great powerhouses. Having both Salamence and Metagross at your disposal alone puts your region in a very comfortable position. But then you got the Wall Aggron shielding all the Zangoose and Brelooms, and the girthy Wailord serving as both a great offensive soldier as well as a
I don't know what it is, but I really like just, giant sea creatures. Like, whales are so cool, and Wailord is just a beautiful Pokemon in my opinion. I like him a lot. If they give this dude a Mega Evolution, that would be cool. He probably ain't gonna get one, but like if Wailord gets a Mega Evolution, that'd be dope.
Platform for others to stand on, such as flying or ranged units. It's even got Absol for support who can predict when disaster will strike. Sinnoh has flying jet sharks wreaking havoc in the skies, with Lucario and Gallades commanding the land troops, while assassins like Weavile and Toxscope sneak behind enemy lines and take care of the enemy commander at night when no one's looking. And don't even get me started on what kind of sick tactics Drifloon over here employs. Unova got the goodest boy Stoutland serving his motherland the best way he knows how, while all the groups of Pawniard led by Bisharps raid the shores of those Colossian swine. All the while Zoroark disguises everyone as Kanto soldiers, redirecting the enemy's anger. And don't forget about Samurott racking up bodies in the background. But Kalos can easily strike back with their Defender Chestnuts, Ranged Mages Delphoxes, and Spec Op Navy Seal Greninjas. On top of that, you got Aegislashes both slicing and dicing as well as shielding, while Heliolisk is absorbing all incoming electric attacks. And just look at Dragalge and Cloudster. They were made for taking down ships and sinking submarines. And if you wanted to try more seductive strategy, then look no further than Aromatisse. Golly. But tucked away in the islands is Alola, who has the absolute unit Crabrawler at its disposal. Get a couple of those and some Komo-Os and Incineroars with an Orgrew to lead them, and the enemy force are gonna start sweating bullets. And good luck trying to attack Alola by sea, as Primarina could act like sirens and lure in enemies while schools of Wishiwashi pick them off one by one. Then those good old Galarians have an entire battalion comprised of phalanxes, with the Mad Lads Berserkers doing an old-fashioned blitzkrieg. And of course we got the War Elephants taking the heavy blows while the elites are protected at all times by the Brotherhood of Sarfetch'd. They also have the Applin line, which could be used to lure out enemies who have been sick of their daily rations consisting of 3 mild Pokeblocks, a burnt Poffin, and an Orange Berry Juice Box, all just to step into some Galarian stun fists. Finally, there's Paldea, who are in possession of Armarouge and Cerulean, Pokemon literally designed to be on the battlefield, all the while being led by King Gambit, the goddamn shogunate. And good luck trying to attack them in the air, as they got Tinkatons on standby, ready to whack some hunks of scrap at you hard like the fella Corviknight. They also have literal car engines for Pokemon, giving the Paldeans a renewable means of fueling their larger vehicles. These are just a few strategies I came up with, but the possibilities for mass destruction are endless. If I were to pick the most consistently powerful fighting force, the pound for pound undefeated champions, I would have to say that Kalos is looking like the most diabolical at the moment. Because remember, we're not looking at every Pokemon introduced in X and Y. We're looking at their regional dexes, and Kalos has one of the biggest regional dexes so far. On top of that, so many of those Pokemon are pseudo-legendaries. And the amount of diversity in the tactics they can employ is just so much. Like, they have access to almost all the heavy hitters I mentioned previously. But what's the point of having the strongest army in the entire world if they're led by a guy who can't even make it past Route 1 before getting mugged by a group of Rattatas?
Monday.com is the best AI for work, and here's why. Let me show
So far, man, is making pretty good points. I can't hold you.
mind-blowing things thousands.
This video's going by fast, ain't it? Maybe that's just me.
Now, it's hard to say who is the top region politically, as we never actually see who runs these places. So until we get Pokemon Democrat or Republican, we're gonna have to look at the next best things. The gym leaders, Elite Four, and champions. Or in this scenario, the captains, admirals, and fleet admiral. Now, I ain't gonna do an entire play-by-play for each guy. Instead, I'm just gonna look at them as a unit. For example, Kanto already has an advantage for having an actual army veteran on their side who fought in the war. Also, they have a psychic and 2 ninjas. And Bruno has probably killed a guy by accident at least a few times. And Johto has Chuck, who could probably solo in a Turnimax Eternatus. Plus Lance, who once raided an entire rocket base by himself and a 10-year-old. Hoenn has a schoolgirl, a gym bro, psychic twins, and a GTA character. I mean, Steven Stone could probably command a pretty good battalion. And of course, Juan, can't forget about that guy. Sinnoh's got Maylene and Crusherwake for the Blitzkriegs, and Brian for walling purposes. All led by Cynthia, who even in the show is ranked the 2nd best trainer in the world. But then you got Bryson and Drayden, who if you've seen that One Generations episode, then you know they can be pretty intimidating. And their champion used to be Alder, who was supposedly supposed to be really strong, but was beaten by N and replaced with Iris, so I guess they have 2 champions at their disposal. But France do be having a stacked lineup with the Russian Santa himself, Wolfric, who looks like he's trying to be the next Whitebeard, and Olympia, who can apparently see the future. Plus Clemence can probably make some deadly contraptions a la Dexter's Laboratory type B. And then there's Hawaii, who is led by mostly children, so they're already out of the running. Same goes for Paldea, whose leaders all seem to be focused on things unfighting related, like fashion and streaming. Looking at you, Larry. I mean, maybe I'm underselling their Elite Four, though. Lord knows what an angry Poppy could do. But look at a Galar's roster. They're kinda stacked. Not only are they led by the canonical strongest champion, it's shown in the games that show that they're always competing against one another, yearning to be more powerful and crush their enemies into the dirt, which is a sentiment not many other places share. Like, I don't think Iono cares if she wins or loses as long as she gets viewers on her Twitch stream. Who am I kidding? She probably uses Kick. It takes drive and power to both command and inspire your troops to keep fighting the good fight, and Galar is the best in that regard.
Troops.
So we looked at the elites, the guys in charge of it all. But what about the everyman? The plucky soldiers walking headfirst into a landmine. The scrappy guys and gals strapping on their boots and charging headfirst into the fight. For this, I'm just looking at all the different types of trainer classes that appear in each region and determining which set of goobers are the most battle ready. The 2 winners I found were Sinnoh and Unova, and it came down to pretty much one reason. Sinnoh, on top of having a good strong catalog of trainers, also has access to sailors, while Unova, on the other hand, is the only place in the series that is home to the pilot trainer class. Both of these jobs are extremely important in a war setting, so I can't say for certain which one of these is better than the other. However, given the fact that there are other places with sailors, while only Unova has access to the pilots, that gives Unova an advantage if exclusive to them, and therefore slightly edges Sinnoh out.
Gimmicks is a thing, bro.
We have discussed the main methods of how these armies would stack up against each other, but we have yet to mention their ace in the holes. Some of these regions have special gimmicks at their disposal, with some of them giving the user a massive power boost. Unfortunately, every region before Kalos kinda doesn't have access to these, besides maybe Hoenn and Kanto if you count Oraz and Let's Go. The most iconic and straightforward one of these is Mega Evolution, allowing certain Pokemon to break their limits and go even further beyond. While some of these Mega mods are pretty gimmicky and played for laughs, a majority of them turn bad or average troops into super soldiers. If you thought a swarm of normal Beedrill was a scary sight, you might as well start writing your will if you see a Mega Stone slapped on their rear. And not only do these turn Pokemon into absolute powerhouses, but many of them also get amazing defensive or supporting boosts, like the Wall. The only caveat to this is while Kalos is the main source of Mega Evolution, none of its native Pokemon can actually Mega Evolve, barring Diancie. And even besides that, a lot of the other Pokemon that can Digivolve can't be found in Kalos, period. Now thinking about it, is there even a region out there that has every Pokemon who can Mega Evolve at once? But besides that, all the user needs is a Mega Stone for each corresponding mod and a Keystone for the trader, and you're set. And same goes for Alola's gimmick, Z moves. Instead of going Super Saiyan, Alola opts for a Spirit Bomb instead. After the trader holding Omnitrix flosses, the Pokemon can unleash its Super Ultra Epic Hyper Omega Turbo move upon the enemy. While it may be a one and done thing, the big advantage it has over Megas is that Z moves can be used by any Pokemon, essentially giving Alola access to unlimited nukes. Some specific little critics even have their own unique Z moves, such as Snorlax's Pulverizing Pancake. My god, look at him go! In a battlefield setting, it might be a bit hard to start nay-naying while avoiding bullet seeds firing from both sides, but the sheer power is more than worth the risk. And if you thought that was big damage, then Dynamax is big damage. Just put the Pikachu into the Pokeball, Gigafy it, and throw it back out and bear witness to Kaiju Pikachu. Galar literally has access to Kaijus. In their souped up states, the Pokemon's moves are also greatly enhanced, and usually gives them buffs as well as dealing big damage. And some special little cutie pies get Gigantamax, giving them access to essentially a new Mega form, but giant. This is low-key the best gimmick power power-wise, like just imagine fighting Godzilla, okay? Now imagine fighting hundreds of them. Now there is one caveat to this, however, and that is that Pokemon can only Dynamax in specific locations where the Blitz waves are strong enough, which as far as we know are only in specific locations of Galar. So while Galar can't use these behemoths to attack other nations, they can certainly use them to defend theirs. No one messes with the Queen. Lastly, there's the Paldea Special, Terrestrialization. What if you took an Eevee and made him shiny and gave him a comically large hat?
I thought Terrestrialization was so stupid. That was not a cool gimmick. They should have just kept Mega Evolutions or something like that, bro. That was so dumb. We just get crystals on our head, that's it.
Specialized Pokemon become a specific type determined by birth and powers up the moves that share a same type. This could be very useful for tricking the enemy and swapping up resistances and immunities. Additionally, you can always feed that little Eevee some homegrown steroids and switch his Terra type to whatever you want. Any Pokemon can do this. However, just like Dynamax, you can't use Terrestrialization in areas outside of Paldea, unless there is a building specifically made for that purpose. While all these have their strengths and value in battle, the most efficient and effective one of these trump cards has gotta be Z-moves. Dynamax is more powerful, but the location restriction very much hinders its usefulness. Same goes for Terrestrialization, and while Mega Evolution is extremely busted, not every type of Pokemon have access to that power, unlike Z-moves which anyone can use. So all in all, who comes out on top? Which one of these nations would be the one to most likely win a world war? Well, after going through all possible factors, I believe that the winner is... Unova. From their stacked list of Pokemon available to them, their scientific achievements, competent leadership, and trained battle pilots, they just got enough of everything to win the day. While Kalos may have a bigger selection of stronger Pokemon available to them, and Galar's got the better commanders, Unova is not too far off at the top of either of those lists, and is overall way more consistent than the other regions. It gets more brownie points in total. Or at least I would be saying that if we weren't forgetting about one teensy-weensy but ever so crucial tiny little detail.
Mega Evolution.
I'm sorry, but with how
Oh, dang, I thought the video was over. He had more.
these gimmick powers could be, it leads to a massive disadvantage for regions without them, which is why the actual strongest region here is Kalos. While I said that Z-moves would be more practical to use, we also have to take into account that their commanders comprise of mostly children, and aside from Ether Paradise, the rest of the region is pretty unadvanced. Looking at you, Pony Island. Another contender was Galar for having the best leaders and Dynamax at their disposal. Alas, they can't Dynamax anywhere but Galar, meaning they by far have the best defense out of all the regions, but are slightly limited offensively. Kalos, on the other hand, can do both. Many of the Pokemon that can Mega Evolve turn to absolute units, and their infrastructure and roster of Pokemon in general puts them in a very comfortable position. Of course, if you'd like to wage war with me about it down below, then feel free to. Just know that I will retaliate by sending my elite squadron of SWAT to obliterate you. That's enough for me, so until next time, see ya!
Not a bad way to end the night. Not at all. Not at all. We'll save this for later. Down, 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 down. Transition. No, it was a late night stream. Couldn't do it for long, but you know, it is what it is. Gonna have church in the morning tomorrow. That's gonna be fun, I guess. I gotta wake up early. It is what it is, though. As the Mayans once said. Thank y'all as always. Can I get this up? Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. As always, love and appreciate you guys. I'll catch you tomorrow. So, be easy.